Great to see you. Thanks for taking the time. I mean, you just finished the album, literally mastered it in the last 24 hours, right?
I had a lot of these songs that was like removed from the original track list. I don't know, maybe I was trying to like do a continuation of like the last one, 99.9%, like I had Sid and Anderson .Paak, collaborations like that I thought it was gonna happen again. And I kind of understood, like, just with time, why not do something different?
Did you actually get tracks with some of those people done, or was it just a case of like no schedule, no time?
I work remotely, so a lot of like tracks were made by sending beats, maybe like 5 different batches to the same artist, or maybe it's like, oh, I'm gonna use that for my album, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
A producer who makes a producer album with a lot of guests, it's like 2 times more difficult.
Did you ever think about putting out an instrumental project just cause?
Of course. Eventually, like very, very soon, I'm gonna hear instrumental projects. This is what I'm the best at.
I know you're pretty settled down in Montreal now.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you describe just the overall vibe of your actual HQ, where you dwell?
It's pretty much my home, and I have a room where I just make beats. It's like really my laptop and my controller and my headphones, and that's it.
Do you work well working remotely? Do you like making music when you travel?
No, because like music when I travel does not make me focus enough to just create something new. And then if I force myself to make beats like while traveling, I would never be happy with the result.
So the album's called BUBBA. Okay, where'd that come from?
Bubba Kush.
You're a smoker?
I'm a smoker. I don't know why Bubba was like the thing that stuck to me. Maybe like the creative process while I was smoking that one strain. In that 1 week, I was like, oh, okay, it's a cool name, I guess. It's kind of catchy.
What is it about GoldLink that you really enjoy? Because again, the song that you've done with him, right, which is called Vexo.
Just the fact that somebody could write to a beat like so effortlessly. It's just like, it's my homie as well, so it's like, why not? And I've been asking him for the verse for a while. And I understand that, maybe because my beats are like, it's like a challenge for them, maybe. Or maybe it's just like, they love the beat, but they couldn't really find anything
to write on it.
Or this beat is just so nice itself. I don't know what to do.
I was gonna say, do you think you overcompensate with your instrumentals you send sometimes?
Yeah, man, sometimes I'm like, did I do too much on this beat? Like, there's way too many stuff. Like, I should keep it more minimal, strip down a little bit.
How important is it to you that you have some kind of personal connection with the collaborators, ideally, rather than it just being about talent?
Sometimes I don't see it that way. Because me, it's like remotely. Like, I don't see their working process. I don't see that.
Do you prefer it that way than being in the room?
I prefer it that way, honestly.
Wow. Most people I talk to, they love to be in the room to vibe and to create something face to face and see the situation. Why does it work?
That's the thing. That's what's happening like today in the industry. Now it's more of like being present and being in a studio session. And me, it's not that I hate it, but sometimes it depends with the collaborator.
You're a private guy, huh?
Yeah, super. I don't know why I'm like that, but I'm
always been that way, even as a kid.
And I'm just quiet, sometimes I'm just minding my own business in my own head, and some people just don't like that at all.
You were young when you moved to Montreal, but obviously, your family comes from Haiti. You have a Haitian family history. And how was that experience growing up?
When I was young, like my dad used to play music, and the Fugees came out around that time. So Wyclef, Haitian Pride. Everybody was like, yeah, like we're so proud of Wyclef and the Fugees. And I did some work with Wyclef that will probably maybe come out later on if I do an unreleased compilation.
Oh, so it was for the session, it was within this time period for this album.
Just like grab his guitar and play like his hits. It's like, damn, he's just like doing it in front of me. And it's like, I cannot stop thinking about my parents. Like, just the fact that I had Wyclef meant something much deeper.
What else blew your mind? Like, what other moments have you been in, like the Wyclef one, where it's just...
Who's on the album right now? It's like...
Yeah, for real.
for
midsection.
Yeah, thank you. For real. It's just growing up, knowing how far it was gonna be, and then he's actually what I thought he was gonna be. For us, always putting, like he told me, like in the session, he said, just put me into your world, put me into KAYTRANADA's world. Remember, I'm a chameleon. I'm just a chameleon. Yeah. So it's like... Right. That's why I see Faraz like one of the best collaborators. Like, he just gets it.
To the music. Featuring Iman Amari.
Yeah.
I feel like, you really found your vibe with the keys this time on this album. You really found your scale.
I just sent the beat to Iman Amari, and he just sent back vocals, and it was like, you might as well sing it like this. I had to sing it for him.
And you did?
The taste beat from Van Jess, that was the original beat.
How many other songs? I mean, you've been working, like you say, solidly for over 2 years. So how much music didn't make it into the final track listing of BUBBA?
Like a whole album, another album.
Another whole album.
Yeah, there's just so many tracks that just didn't make it. Even like, there's still tracks left after that.
Okay, so will any of those see the light of day? I mean, is there a desire to finish these things, release these things? It was just a case of what made the context of this one project?
Yeah, because it's like I intended to put out in 2 parts.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna do like something kind of different on the next one. There's a lot of like rappers.
Who did you work with that's on the next one? Who didn't make this particular car? What are you sitting on?
Like I have like this song with Anderson .Paak that didn't make the album. It has like this sample I have to clear, and it's like, it just sucks, man. Sampling is like my sound, like my main sound.
Anderson, you know, but I mean, were there people that you collaborated with that might come as a surprise to people?
I don't know if you know Rad Boy, and it was like something completely different.
That's cool.
We did like 4 joints, you know, so
yeah.
I think for his project, it would be like really dope, you know.
Who are the cornerstone inspirations behind you making music and wanting to be KAYTRANADA in the first place?
I think Madlib to me is like a god in the beats. The main inspiration, like I grew up studying his music, like him and JD just found his most obscure records. Like it kind of influenced me with the mixing as well. Cause like the drums are like the main, just like snap, pop. I just love like when the snare pops and when like a kick is just too strong, but it's not good. You know, like I gotta be careful. Sometimes like it's good to lower the volume.
Go DJ featuring Sir. That's that Detroit Dilla thing going on.
I was listening to a lot of Dilla's beat tapes. It was like, okay, a nice sample and a nice drum that is like broken beat. We actually was in the studio.
You vibed?
I did Shangri-La together. And
wow, that's cool.
It just was natural as hell.
The next song, though, I think it has Mick Jenkins on it.
Me and Mick is like one of the people I work with the most, I think. There's a lot of stuff we've been making, and it's like, it's really dope. And I feel like one day we should like probably, and you know, we've been talking about making a tape. Just me and him, it's like this, you know.
This is what's really cool about this album is it's just cemented your taste in collaborators. These are people that ultimately exist in the fringe in a good way. Does it inspire you, the idea of working with big names?
Definitely, because like I grew up like seeing Pharrell doing that with Justin and doing that with Britney, but the thing is like I'm not trying to, but like if somebody like reach out to me and be like, yeah, like I want to be on the, like I'd be down, you know. So
who's the dream? Now you've worked with Pharrell, who's a huge influence. Who's someone you would love to collaborate with in the future? Maybe
something with Stevie. I don't know, Stevie Wonder, maybe, but I don't think it'll ever happen because he's like just...
Never say never, man. I want to talk about 10%, the Kaliushi song. And what I like about that is it's a sly take on business too. What's your relationship been like with business? Are you smart with it?
I just make my music and I just hope like it works. Like I'm not really like trying to make money. I'm more into the art first, but...
You don't want to get ripped off.
I don't want to I don't want to get ripped off.
Tinashe jumps out. My favorite song, and you were saying yours as well right now?
Yes. I really was interested to work with her because it's like, she has a really pop voice, you know? And it just kind of makes me see how I would sound like in the pop world. That beat was playing, she just did like her runs like that she does on the actual song. She just wrote it. 30 minutes later, recorded exactly one take.
Freefall, working with?
Duran Bernard, and he's just like got this strong, powerful voice. It doesn't really sound like the rest of the album, but it still has that dancey, up-tempo thing.
Let's talk about the touring, and let's talk about, because this is such a live album, I can't even handle it. I mean, it's just so designed for you to play out.
Going on tour with this album will be like satisfying, because like that's what I was aiming on, and just making more dance songs, really.
The follow-up to this, there's a desire to put it out sooner rather than later.
The next one is just what didn't make the album and other instrumentals in between. So that's gonna be a more personal one, and I think I'm gonna drop it like just in a couple months. I'm not gonna make it that long. I'll wait.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.